everybody.
Okay, roll call. When you hear your name, just say present or here.
Garant?
Here.
Okay, good. Everybody's here.
Right. Bueller.
Welcome to you can't spell BSC without BS.
Get excited, fools! As you can tell, we are for Team Night Owl at Splatfest.
You should be playing right now. Why are you?
Really should be. It's like, what the get out.
Now, anyway, and I don't know why you'd be here, just in general, but in case you don't know who we are BrainScratchComs. That's Lewis. I'm John. And we do really bad videos on the internet.
Let's run down the list in case, because this is our first time as a collective group here at TooManyGames, and just in case some of you may not know who we are, I don't blame you. Let's start from the very right and go down to the left. I'm Ryan. How you doing, Ryan?
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Ted. I'm the most beautiful yet least popular member of the group.
And the truth comes out.
I'm Lewis.
Mike's not up. I'm Lewis, and I'm experiencing technical difficulties already.
Yeah, that's my thing, technical difficulties. And I'm Lewis.
Oh, the thing wasn't even on.
It was a few seconds ago, I guess.
Switch. You have to open the door. Yeah. And I'm Johnny of BrainScratch, and some call me Johnny. Nice to meet you all. Nice familiar face. Shut up!
So, fun fact, when we went to MomoCon about a month back, we had 3 very meticulously planned out panels, but when we got to TMG, we all arrived and said, damn it, we forgot to make a panel for TMG.
Yeah, the moniker, you can't spell BSC without BS. We've been using that for, I think, about maybe 3-4 years now?
Probably more.
It just as an excuse for, we didn't plan for this shit. And you know what? We're just gonna sit in our ass, just take questions, hopefully have a good time, and answer your anime questions.
I buy it.
Okay, so we don't have a mic set up in the middle, so what we're going to ask everybody to do is very calmly...
No, we're not doing the lineup thing.
We're not doing the lineup?
We're going completionist route. We're just going to take random questions from people in the audience. Just raise your hand. If you have a question to ask, we'll pick you up, call you in the morning, take out the IHOP.
Okay. All right, so why don't we just... John, why don't we start with you and move down the row for people picking hands?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so who wants to go first? Green shirt, you, right there.
Yeah, we're down the hall in the hotel from you guys. Could you guys keep it down at night? We're kind of...
For you, no. We were supposed to record Mario Party last night. And there's like 17 to 20 people in the room. It's an actual party. Still the dice block. RNG and hidden blocks bullshit.
Too many people.
All right.
Yeah, too many people.
It is too many games.
All right.
I guess that makes it my turn. Master Sword.
Make sure to speak up since you're all the way in the back.
What do you think is the best and worst video that you've done?
Okay, so just in case the camera didn't pick that up, the best and worst video we've done. Well, the worst video...
This guy gets it.
Okay, well, I know the best honestly depends on my mood for me personally, but the worst video we've ever done for me is when Rayman Legends came out 3 years ago. I just, for some reason, recorded about 2 minutes of me as Rayman beating up the adorable creatures you can get through the scratch tickets and uploaded it to BrainScratch for no good reason. That's probably the worst thing we've ever done, and I do not regret it.
Best and worst. I'm hard pressed to pick a best. Like Ted, it more depends on my mood. The Resident Evil 4 playthrough sticks out in my mind as being pretty fun.
Transcribe audio edition.
That too. Worst, probably anything from our early days.
Oh, yeah. That's a given. That's cheating.
Shooter!
Yeah. Different time. I don't know. What about you, Ryan? Do you have a best and worst video?
Well, like Lewis, I was going to say probably our early stuff. As far as good things go, I would probably have to say basically any kind of one we're just in a group for, like said Resident Evil 4 or Ocarina of Time, where we all kind of just know the game and we can all just keep the pace going for every video.
Yeah. I'm going to cheat myself here. Sonic Adventure 2 Revisit.
Yes.
Best
Team
and
SA2?
Best, yeah, yeah. No. Best and worst thing we ever did, because best, it's clearly obvious that we've all played the game. Worst, we've all had different opinions on the game. Yeah, yes, but no regrets.
Okay, so thank you for your question. Next question. Oh God, lots of. Red 3DS all the way in the back.
What's the game that one of you guys requested to do a Let's Play of, but someone else rejected it?
Okay, so you're asking if there's a game that one of us brought up and the rest of us rejected. Well, I have an answer for that. Trauma Team, which was going to be 64 parts long, and no.
We did you a favor.
Yeah, that's the only one I can really think of that we outright just rejected.
Yeah. Isn't that also like, that's originally why we did Second Opinion, was it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
which I do not regret doing because
No, that was
That was,
pretty
that's
fun.
only like 20-something parts.
Yeah, it was like, no, not even that. I think it was like something in the teens, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And I had fun doing that one, despite how batshit insane it was.
Super cancer.
Yeah, super cancer.
Okay, so Ryan, you pick this. You pick
All right, let's see. Scissor blade.
How would you guys rank yourself in your group? Like, who's the king? Who's the nerd? Who is the...
Oh, we're all nerds.
Like that's not that part's not the hard question.
Yeah.
Are you asking for a BrainScratch.com's tier list?
Shit tier, garbage tier, Grinch tier, Ryan. Actually, Grinch tier sounds kind of cool. I'm in Grinch tier now. John, your turn. All right, let me see here. You in the front.
What would you say is your favorite review making?
Process of making a review. No, it doesn't matter because we're all, part of an individual group. Favorite process of review making? Actually having fun with the game.
Having fun with making the review.
Yeah, if I'm making the review? Oh, nothing. Not a goddamn thing. It is tedious, time consuming, and I lost feeling in my right knee 5 years ago. No, but on a serious note, if I had a lot of fun writing the script, then the entire editing process is pretty fun.
Okay.
Line. What do you think of Lewis? He's playing the strategic game with this one. Which one looks like they can defuse a bomb?
Just don't think, just pick somebody.
I like my eyes gravitate toward the sword, but I don't want to pick a sword twice in a row. Sonic Screwdriver.
Alright, so I joined the BrainScratch FC right when it first started, but I work nights and weekends because I work at a local news station.
Priorities.
Yeah, imagine paying the bills. So I was wondering if the Final Fantasy XIV live streams might eventually become the Friday streams that Ted's been hosting for a little while, because I actually have Fridays off and I'd actually be able to join.
Okay.
The reason why we have them on Saturdays is because that's when a majority of the FC members are available in Final Fantasy. I play Final Fantasy XIV a hell of a lot. Actually, thanks to this guy right here. He got really into it and got about 500 plus hours into it now. And we made a free company. Shout outs to Sean Phoenix and DC and Barry. How you doing, guys? We meet up on Saturdays because that's when everybody can join up for the FC. If we can make Fridays, maybe not, I'm not sure. But live streams are not the only thing we do. Sometimes we just meet up for raids and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes I want to do recorded events where it's not live stream particularly, but it is recorded for an eventual BrainScratch upload.
Yeah, that one of those went up yesterday, the day before.
Yeah. Well, that was a live stream, the Binding Coil of Light.
Okay. When it comes to the Friday streams that I do, again, it's a similar thing to John in that Friday nights are something that I usually have available because I'm a pathetic person who has no social life. Depending on how our schedules work out, they might switch. I might be a different day. Just for the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to be hogging the Friday night slot because I am actually probably going to start a new Pokemon, if not next week, the week after, hopefully. So yeah, you can look forward to that. Thank you. Okay, it's my turn to pick now. Somebody's holding like a trash bag up in the back there for some reason.
This guy gets it too. Okay, nice.
Cool.
What do you consider your greatest accomplishments?
Greatest accomplishments for YouTube? Okay. I still find it really strange that so many people watch us because I started, well, for me personally, I started doing this when I was like 17, and like I was pumped when like more than 50 people would watch one of my videos. So the fact that we get several thousand for even the shittiest things we upload baffles me to this day.
The fact that we got a panel. Eat the slop, you filthy pigs.
Probably the fact our subscriber count is higher than 2.
To give a slightly serious answer, I'm hoping to make the upcoming Mass Effect series playthrough my
a nightmare.
That too, but also like my pick for favorite. I'm hoping it'll turn out that way.
We are planning on Mass Effect pretty soon, and it's going to be one of our most dedicated commentaries because of how long it's going to be. But it gives me an excuse to finally pick up the series, so here's hoping I have fun with that. All right, next question.
Ryan, your pick.
It's your pick,
No, it's
right?
your pick, Ted.
I just picked
He just
somebody.
picked it.
Oh.
Pay attention.
Like, don't do this to me.
Professor Birch is the Torchic.
I'd just like to know, in your own headcanons, what has become of the various incarnations of Biffalo?
How many are we at?
We haven't brought Biffalo up in a long time.
Yeah, who cares? They're all dead.
Yeah, even the ones you haven't seen are dead. Like
Yeah.
I decided while I was playing Mass Effect 2 that I'd name my fish after Biffalo, and then I forgot to feed them. And
This little guy right here, this little guy, he's Biffalo the 24th, and he's dead.
Shit! All right, another question.
You can go back.
His corpse.
What was it, Baltimore Orioles shirt?
Yeah, if you guys were a Fire Emblem faction, what would your classes be?
What game?
And Johnny's like,
BrainScratch versus FTCR Wars. Anything.
Black Mage?
There's no Black Mage in Fire Emblem, you stupid.
White Mage?
Okay, so you'll be the cleric that does nothing but heal 1 damage every
Yeah.
turn. Okay.
How about you send first?
Serious answer, you know what? The most recent Fire Emblem game I played was Fates, and my favorite character from my Conquest and Birthright runs was Charlotte, because she got like a 60% critical chance by the end of the game. Not to hit, critical. Like her. So I would be the Berserker class because that's awesome.
I've gotten 100.
Good man. What about you guys?
Probably just Mage. That's probably what would fit
Fire. Fire.
I'd be whoever's standing directly next to Crom and obliterating everything through support attacks.
John, it's your pick.
That was John's pick.
That was my pick.
Oh, Louis, it's your pick.
It's double duty, motherfucker.
Okay, let's mix this up. Someone who's not holding something. How about you? Yeah.
Curious if there's any old playthroughs you guys would like to go back to, like revisit a la Sonic Adventure 2.
No, that's easy. Mario Brothers, because that was one of our first commentaries. We did.
That was our first commentary.
That was our first commentary. Rock Band on the phone, never forget. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. We technically redid Mega Man 2 with the Wily Wars.
2 and 3, yeah.
2 and 3. Anything else?
I guess we did technically redo Yellow with Leaf Green, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm planning on doing the PSV version of No More Heroes, Heroes of Paradise eventually as a redo.
Yeah, because that was
the first 3D game.
Anything on your side? Anything that you recorded a long time ago?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, Elliot, what do you want?
Okay, so rewatching Resident Evil 4, you know, I noticed that like it was in 240p. My question is, do you put ketchup on an omelet or in an omelet?
Why are you putting ketchup on eggs?
My man knows.
I put a ketchup outside an omelet. And 240p, that's really generous of you. That's good. That's a nice way of, you know, sugarcoating mobile phone quality. Yeah.
Looking at it through water.
Okay, there you go. Another question. Maybe 5 years down the road, Resident Evil 4. We'll redo that. Actually, the actual HD.
Ted needs to play it first. Despite it's been in his collection for like 5 years.
Yes.
In the shrink wrap.
Okay, just because Sonic. Yeah.
Alright, so this question is more for Lewis, but I guess if you guys have played P4 too, I don't know if you guys have played it since last time you mentioned it. Who's best girl?
Sorry, what game?
Best girl on Persona 4.
Persona 4? I don't have one. I just
I'll make
sort of
believe you
play
idiot.
the game. I guess whichever one I get to a high social rank with first on a given playthrough.
Everybody already knows that objectively the best waifu in that game is Kanji.
You stole my joke, you asshole.
Yes, there's no joke. Everybody knows Kanji.
Kanji's mom. He's got it going on. I guess I don't know. I don't play Persona if it's not that.
All right. Oh wait.
Those John, sir.
Oh wait, my turn again.
Okay, let me see.
I just picked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a. Wait, no. You wait your turn. I'll see you tonight. Let me see. Hey, is that a Metroid Prime lunchbox? This man gets it. Yeah.
For the record, I bought this in Canada.
Okay.
So now we can have Ian Malcolm give the lunchbox rant at Nintendo over Other M.
This is more of a question for all of you guys. What exactly inspired you guys to do BrainScratch Commentaries? Did you guys just play Sonic 06 and say it's horrible and then commentate on how bullshitty it is? Or did you guys want to be the new James Cameron, Chris Nolan of BrainScratch Commentaries?
They've only made a 100th of what they do.
Sit down.
We got regular shit posting.
I guess the main answer is because we felt like it.
Yeah, we haven't exactly evolved from the primordial ooze yet. So we just do shit at random, hoping for a result.
Yeah, honestly, I was bored, and I just like, I'm gonna post.
We kidnapped you.
Yeah, we pulled you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing it until we stop doing it.
Or the feds make us.
Okay. All right, Goat Mom, get up and ask a question.
It's Azrael for the
When can I
first.
get the BSC body pillows?
I'm glad you asked.
You got one already.
Okay, hold on. This is I'm going to ask you guys a question. Who would buy a Ryan body pillow? A Lewis body pillow? A me body pillow? No! And a Johnny body pillow? Yeah. Okay, because the camera's not showing it, Johnny is the most popular, obviously.
Bunch of freaks. Make me sick.
Okay. All right. So, question. Whoever it is on the left with the white glove. Could you a little louder?
You guys have a lot of fan art problems with you, I've seen. Have you come across any sort of
Oh God. Is there BrainScratch Rule 34? To be honest, I haven't looked because I'm afraid.
I'd rather not.
Are you Metatron, by the way? Yeah, okay, I figured. The shoulders are a dead giveaway.
He's really searching. Oh my God.
I'm doing God's work.
You're praying to the wrong God.
My brain. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm disappointed. I mean, look, the program, no misspells. Too Many Games gets it right. We're BrainScratch comms. Damn it. I love BrainScratch.
Let's see who's next. Put your hand down, DC. You're in Atlanta. I have to pick Evie.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
bias.
Would you consider doing like visual novel games for BrainScratch?
Oh, okay.
Kind of the same reason why we're.
Like there was one I would recommend. It's called Steins Gate.
Steins? Shut up.
As far as visual novels go,
Sale on a PS3, and I recently got for like $10.
When it comes to visual novels, I actually did record. That's another. Actually, somebody asked us before. That's another game I recorded and then scrapped was Ace Attorney because the visual novels are really just a lot of reading.
it's just reading. There's no gameplay to really go over, and it'd be like watching a movie or just kind of doing like an audio tape. It wouldn't really fit to what we do.
I think the only way we could do visual novels is all four of us were really, really into it.
I would say it's probably best suited because me and you did that Ace Attorney retrospective a few years ago.
Yeah.
I would think it'd just be better suited if we all played the game
and just did a discussion.
Did a discussion like we did with Derek actually when we did Justice for All. And I'm hoping for Trials and Tribulation. You know my number.
First.
Get on that.
I think it worked better for that. Yeah, because I agree. Visual novels is a lot of reading, and assuming somebody didn't play the game that's in the commentary, they're silent because they're trying to read what's on the text and don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and to be honest, the closest thing to visual novels that I can really get into are the Persona games, which are like 30% visual novel, unless you're playing Persona 3 Portable, in which case it's 90% visual novel. And not even very good.
All right, question time. Let me see. You with the hoodie, yes.
So other than FX0, what would you say is the commentary where you talk least amount about the game?
The least amount about the game?
Oh, that's hard.
No, that's easy. Klonoa, the PS2 game?
Klonoa 2? Oh, yeah, definitely Klonoa 2.
Klonoa 2. I think that was a game.
Well, you see, we actually stayed pretty on topic for most of Galaxy 2 until we got to the green stars.
Yeah, at which point there is no topic.
Just impossible questions. Yeah, we never did get the Justice League of Ireland, starring Kermit the Frog, Incredible Hulk, the Wicked Witch of the West, Green Lantern, the Jolly Green Giant, the Green Lantern, and Green Arrow. Yeah, there we go.
John Cena.
Yeah, why John Cena?
Damn it! He's always changes his colors.
Yeah, I would say it's Klonoa. Anyway, questions?
Oh, right, it's my turn to pick. Let's go a little further back. There's someone waving with a glove back there that's black and has a red thumb thing.
That's a shoe.
He's waving a black dildo. I think it was our attention.
It looks like a glove, actually, a fingerless glove.
It's a shoe, Lewis.
Is it?
What's your favorite color?
Everybody but me? Oh, well, you're a dick.
Okay, no, it wasn't a shoe because that's not the person I was talking about. But what was the question anyway?
What's your favorite color? Except for the guy.
My favorite color? Depending on my mood, red, blue, or purple. Right now it's purple. Yesterday it might have been red.
He's a living mood ring.
Blue, I guess.
Well, then you must have been pissed off about something.
Geez, telling it like it is, man. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real star of the channel.
Okay. Holy shit, somebody has linked crossbow training back there. You, sir, have fantastic taste.
Don't worry, we won't be doing it for April Fool's next year.
Or maybe we will.
You never know.
That's the joke, you see.
Shall I explain it to you again, Johnny?
Okay.
Have any of you guys ever played Mario Luigi Paper Jam? If so, what do you think about it?
I did not play Paper Jam because it kind of hurt my soul a little bit.
I have, and I generally enjoy it. It's definitely better
Did
than.
it hurt your soul as much as Color Splash 10?
Nothing can be as bad as Color Splash.
We can make a panel just on that alone, I'd imagine.
But let's not, because we want to talk about other
I
stuff.
played 3-4 hours of Paper Jam, then I got a little bored, to be honest.
I mean,
it's not exactly a fast start to the game. It's kind of has the Dream Team problem, where it takes too long to get going. And then by the time you do get going, you're already bored and playing Final Fantasy XIV again.
So at the very least, they kind of fixed the partners in time problem of just having kind of too many characters you're doing. So you had essentially 3, but the third character, Paper Mario, is a bit more of a move option rather than a straight up character.
A support character, yeah, which is kind of sad when you think about it. You know, Paper Jam needs support characters.
Like how Nintendo is treating Paper Mario himself.
Yeah.
You see, the title Paper Jam is in reference to the Paper Mario franchise.
Boom.
Don't cry, Ted.
I'll help you later.
All right, next question.
Oh yeah, we didn't find Rule 34.
Good.
No, you had. Yeah.
The movie now, yeah. What do you say is the most rewarding thing about doing BrainScratch Commentaries?
Nothing.
The most rewarding thing about doing BrainScratch Commentaries?
Getting paid.
I don't know. Getting paid. Fuck you, I got my money.
They were bored.
Let me see. Real time here? I would say it's not next question, you idiot. But no. Honestly, whenever we do get to meet up, and you can tell everybody's just in the game with what we're commentating on. Most of the time, it's Sonic shit. But you know, when we do a Zelda game and all that stuff, we have a legitimate good time. Where even like after we hit the stop button on the recording, you know, we're laughing at shit we said, and we're just having a good time, and that's just like the best part of it for me, and the pay. No, the good times first. All right, next question.
You want to stop here? Sorry.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna reset the camera for a second. All right, let me see. Dangling GameCube controller over there.
You're gonna break that thing.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't want to quite take your question anymore. How's it going?
Good. My question is more of a request than a question, but I was wondering if everyone up at the panel could do an impression of each other.
Okay, here's my impression of Ryan.
I expected that one.
Remarkably easy to do.
Okay, I'm gonna do my impression of Lewis, and I'm going to make the panel go from 50 minutes to an hour and a half.
I guess this is my impression of myself because I'm a horrible impressionist.
Hey, just like me. Oh, you do care.
I guess it's like get back my impression of them. Oh, look at all the subscribers I have on my other channel.
He does say that a lot. You might as well drink that water because you're burning.
Oh, nobody made fun of me. That's nice.
You too easy.
Well, you know, all we need to do is do an impression of Loki.
All right.
Crap, whoever it was I was trying to pick before isn't raising their hand. Okay, alright, let's go for, whatever that purple shirt, green thing in hand. And please don't try to tell me it was a shoe, because it's not.
You brought that in the right place.
How's it going, man?
Do you guys have a favorite guest commentary, like a commentary that featured a guest of any sort?
sword?
Shout out to the FTCR group. Where's Chris? Why is he sleeping? He's been asleep since 9 o'clock last night.
Fucking loud last night.
Hey, you were half that problem. At the risk of not getting strangled, everything with Gareth. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
On a serious note, I always love having Jamie/Comment on the channel.
Yeah, Clement.
Cool dude.
Yeah, Clement's a great guy. When we had a meal at Chocolate Conway for Super Mario Galaxy, was a great. The guy's so knowledgeable and he's just so passionate about Nintendo games. It was like, we can just write off this guy and let him carry the commentary. I didn't get much sleep anyway.
Trickle down effect on subscribers there.
Okay, my pick. The guy on my left with the Final Boss shirt. Yes.
Okay, so like, how would all of you like to, in your next BrainScratch commentaries, act like fat Majin Buu?
Fat Majin.
I already kind of do that.
Fat Majin Buu.
Japanese or English?
No, he wants us to do an impression of Fat Majin Buu in our
Well, you know, I might do that for an entire commentary, but I'm a little attached to my voice box.
God damn, that hurt.
I make a living doing internet commentaries, so I kind of need my voice box.
Ryan doesn't.
Well, you know, I suppose if I ever lost my voice, I could, you know, make up for it by armpit fart, but I don't think it would be well received.
Ted, you do it every commentary, so.
Says the bird caller.
Elliot, World 1-1.
Seriously?
All right, next question.
Take the brown kid.
Come on, man, I'm getting tired.
I just picked somebody.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. So, where's the best person in your commentary group? Pretzel Bag.
Ouch.
He's been dead for years.
You're welcome.
Okay, that opens some wounds.
Oh, deep. All right, next question. Let me see here. Let's see. Is that a Matt? What?
Home with us?
No.
No one else will.
He has a wife and a kid.
You don't know where he's been.
All right, seriously. Okay, let's see. Holly and Shield in the back.
Ow, I was gonna pick that guy next.
Oh, too bad.
Will you dudes ever do a crossover with the AVGN or Gerard the Completionist?
Yeah, let me just call them up and see how they're doing.
It's a little out of our league.
That's up to them, not us.
Yeah.
Do a crossover with gaming.
Probably something shitty.
Sonic,
Shooting games that sucks ass?
Yeah, probably.
It's like, yeah, whatever.
Just be meta and get him for like redo the AVGN game.
anything Sonic.
Well, there's this beard game that Gerard the Completionist keeps retweeting that apparently has nothing to do with it. It just so happens that the main protagonist looks remarkably like him. So if we ever do that, I can attempt to reach out to him and see if he can join us for it. Because I went to his panel yesterday and he told me his work schedule, and I was like, holy shit. It's like, no. But I don't know, maybe one day. Next one.
Okay, PlayStation 1. I think that's a PlayStation 1. It's a video game console of some persuasion. Ah, yes, that's a PlayStation 1.
You're really gonna have to speak up. Sorry.
What's the most painful Sonic game 2 that you ever played? Either Sonic 06, Rise of Lyric, or Sonic Genesis?
All of them.
Heroes.
That's not even hard. You said Heroes.
Okay, yeah, out of that group, Sonic Genesis, out of every Sonic-related game I've ever played, Sonic the Lost Worlds, that's a plural.
The ROM hack.
It's a ROM hack, yeah, and you can find a reproduction card of it down on the merch floor if you really want to suffer and pay for it. But Yeah, the level design in that was not fun.
I still stick by Heroes.
Not bad.
I, probably just the most painful one I've been through is probably Secret Rings.
My bad!
There's just nothing I enjoy about that game at all.
Well, Sand Oasis is okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah, once you level them up, it can actually go fast.
Yeah, about 10 hours later, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, my turn. Since we actually have been calling a lot of people from the back, so Jigglypuff Hat in the front.
Would you ever consider doing the Mother series?
Mother series. Well,
What's the Mother 3 review, John?
Shut up.
never say never, but I don't know if any of us are particularly going to be the ones to record
That's
it.
really kind of up to Nathan.
Yeah, if anybody was going to do that for us,
if
it would
it's
be
going to be a
Nathan.
guest commentary, Nathan will probably cover for us either that or it's between myself and Lewis, most likely. Bro, and he's looking forward to it already. So yeah, I'd like to do Mother 3 for BrainScratch at some point or another because it's the only one I really actually enjoy out of the entire series. I won't say it. Earthbound wasn't bad. It's just that I don't think it's all it's cracked up to be.
Earthbound beginning, though.
Earthbound. Oh yeah, best Earthbound game. Nope.
Mother 3's the best.
All right. Who? Next question, please. Who said? Is it my turn?
No, it's
my turn.
No,
Oh, it's Ryan's turn.
obviously,
Okay.
Undertale's best video game.
Shut up.
Super Nintendo card.
Oh, that's me. Ted, why is deep dish pizza the best pizza?
Deep dish pizza is the best pizza because, you know, it's really inconvenient to eat things with your hands. I mean, like, your hands are right there, so it's way more convenient to have to go into the drawer, find a fork and knife, and then slowly and methodically cut off bites instead of just, you know, eating the goddamn pizza. That is why deep dish is the best pizza, obviously.
With pineapples?
With pineapples on it, too. That makes it so much better.
All right. Pineapples on pizza. Raise your hand.
Yes!
Okay, you're all freaks.
All opposed?
All of you get out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You guys are mutants.
Pineapple lost the Splatfest for a reason.
All right. Next question. Let me see. Is that a Mega Man plushie? Yeah.
So I recently just started playing Super Metroid series. I've played Fusion and Zero Mission. What do you recommend next?
Super. If you played Fusion and Zero Mission and really liked what you played and feel like you want to get a little more out of it, just in terms of technicality, Super Metroid.
Other M.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say play Super next. And if you really like that, then jump to Prime. I think
was going to recommend Prime.
Yeah, I would say jump.
I enjoy Super, but you just said you just played Fusion and Zero Mission, so maybe just for a little bit different.
Yeah, I would say start with get Super next. And good luck.
And Federation Force.
Kiss my ass, all right?
You know you like it.
Okay. Super Mario Sunshine.
Insane Johnny Sunshine.
For all of you, what would you say is like a game that you find that you were the most disappointed in? Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad game, but just like something that you feel like you see that there's something behind it. It could have been so much better.
Sonic 06.
It's Sonic 06 for me. It's the most obvious answer for me because it's, you know.
Alright.
I see the glimmers.
You basically lost potential, unused potential. That's actually a tough choice because there are quite a few games, but the first one that pops to my mind is actually Dragon Age 2, because that had some good ideas. It had a great cast of characters, good voice acting, and although a bit rough around the edges, I think it also has the best version of the Mass Effect dialogue wheel system. But it's such a monotonous game.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the fly that's flying over. What is that? Everybody run for your lives!
Okay. I've got basically two answers. For the obvious one for me is Sticker Star, because I was really excited for that game. I thought, like, the game looks gorgeous too, and I like the soundtrack a lot. But it's just I played it and I got so bored. Also, Shadow the Hedgehog, because you don't have to fix that much to make that game at least decent. And if you fixed a lot, I think it could have been spectacular. So. Yeah.
But you're right.
For me, it would probably actually be Wario World on the GameCube in a lot of ways. Because I was such a big fan of the Wario Land games. I'm not saying Wario World is a bad game in and of itself, but you could have done so much with a Wario Land setting in a 3D space, and instead they just kind of made it just a regular beat 'em up.
Yeah, it was generic though.
Yeah.
Okay. We only got time for a few more questions because we got about 5 minutes to get y'all the hell out of here.
Alex said you got 8 minutes.
Hey, well, I was told 5 minutes before the convention ends. That's why. All right. So let me see. Wait, who took the last question? Was that me? Oh,
No, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasted time. Let me see. What's that black leather bag all the way over there? Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome. Now sit down.
So, you guys have had a lot of interesting guests over the years, most noticeably Mike Pollock.
Yeah.
Do you have any others lined up or people you intend to invite?
Do you mean like famous people? Like real famous people?
Or other YouTubers?
Well, other than people who we're already friends with, like, it probably wouldn't surprise you guys to hear that we do have stuff lined up for Clement in the future. I'm not sure if I can think of anybody who we haven't had on before that we are planning to have on, off the top of my head. We've had Gareth on for the channel before, Elliot. Yeah, sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, honestly, we don't.
Ouch, Ted.
We don't.
Ouch.
Mr. Game Explain, why haven't you been on BrainScratch Commentaries?
Honestly, we don't record games with the intention of inviting a guest over. It's just something we decide the last minute. Do you think we can get this guy or this girl for this? And then we ask one time, they don't answer back, we move on. You know, we don't want to pester anybody. We don't want to be those guys.
Yeah, a lot of the times it really depends on the game. Sometimes it just occurs to one of us that, hey, this person would be a good fit for this game. And,
let's ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, whose pick is it?
Lewis.
Okay, I think we got our
we've got
order
enough time.
discombobulated at some point. But
I think we've got enough time for him, me, and Ryan to get one more.
one more
Alright.
rotation, pretty much.
Golden Sword. I don't know what it's from, but it looks
That's
cool.
the Yato, I believe. Oh, hi, Corn.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, right?
Hi, Corn.
Alright, so this probably goes for each of you, especially Johnny. So what were your reactions to Johnny pretty much not being in Mario Kart 8 for when only Elliot, Mark, and Matt were playing? Because Johnny was out cold at Mario Kart. Because pretty much that's the only SGB video, I think, where Johnny will never be in it.
First time for everything.
I hate to bring this up, but I'm probably about like 10 months behind on SGB.
Whatever.
I actually don't watch a whole lot of Let's Plays, so I'm still in the process of catching up on other channels that we work with, including SGB and Clement's. Like I'm like maybe a third of the way through Clement's Force Unleashed playthrough. Right now.
FTCR is easy to keep up once every 6 months. You idiots.
Okay. Okay, the person in front of the person holding up Kirby's Dream Collection.
Cruel.
You guys are video game consoles with consoles.
If we were video game consoles, oh God.
Oh. Well, you know, if we were video game consoles, I would be the PlayStation 4. I would look vaguely cool, but I'm sort of underwhelming once you get inside, and
Commodore 64, it takes forever to get me going.
I'd be the Nintendo 64 because it's really hard to get a grip on me.
Obviously, Micro, you're just copying everyone else and nowhere near as popular.
No one's gonna pick the 3DO because no one was able to get them.
Wait, what?
All right, last question.
Oh, that's okay. We got about 4 minutes left, so maybe we got time for one more rotation.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll just have to be quick.
Let's make this quick.
20th anniversary Pokemon hat.
For those of you that backed Mighty Number 9, do you regret it?
Yes.
Not inherently, no. 'Cause it's not like I spent that much on it. I basically just paid for the game ahead of time, really.
I backed
in that regard,
no. Yeah, I backed it for $20 back then. And I don't regret it because back then it looked like something that everybody was going to enjoy. And nobody could have foreseen the massacre that was its marketing campaign, the lack of communication. You know, that's the risk you take with Kickstarting projects. And you have no one to blame but yourself, honestly, depending on how, and not using that as an excuse for people to mismanage money or anything like that. It's just, I don't regret backing it. So, all right, quick quotation. You, the guy carrying the other guy.
Very important question for you. Last year I asked you if you were going to run for president.
Yeah.
I wanted to reiterate because we're kind of doomed for the future.
I will build a wall. Yeah, it's a wall made from the greatest pizza boxes you've ever seen. And nobody want to climb over that. It's perfectly good pizza.
I'll run for president of BrainScratch and make BrainScratch great again.
Okay. 2 minutes. Next question.
Doom thing.
Okay, it's one question, right?
Yeah, one question.
Yeah, one question.
Lock, stick it, dude.
Moving on.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a second. I dicked over Kirby's Dream Collection, so you can go. We'll go to you after. I'm sorry.
You guys have been involved in some of our charity events. Looking forward to you on the charity room, by the way. Have you guys thought about doing any charity events of your own?
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
We're happy to contribute. We're not planning to start one.
Maybe something with Extra Life at some point or another, because setting up a charity for Extra Life is remarkably easy. I think they have a booth here again. At TooManyGames, yeah. So if you guys are interested in like live streaming, the 24-hour live stream that went for the Supersonic Super Stream last year for Game Day, you go talk to them. It's remarkably easy to set up. They get all the donations and the donation incentives and buttons for you guys done. So all you gotta do is just pop in a stream and plug it and raise money for kids.
Okay, so yeah, you got your question. Okay, go.
Okay, what's the one game that what's any game that you absolutely refuse to commentate over?
Shut up.
Oh, I actually answered this one at MomoCon. Starwinder.
Starwinder.
Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness for the Nintendo 64.
Oh.
I'm open to anything, baby. I'm man. All right, one more question.
Oh, let Ryan answer.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry.
Let him answer.
Honestly,
We actually don't have time for one more. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let Ryan.
so
I'm sorry.
probably Glover, really, because I played that game and there's just nothing to really talk about.
I saw that on the game floor. Actually.
All right.
I don't like that. Just before we head everyone out, we do have our prince here, which we'll be outside with.
And some of us will be at the Great Sonic Adventure debate at 3:30. Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us for today's bullshit session. You can find us all over the show floor. If you guys see us, play hi, whatever, we don't bite. Thanks again for showing up, guys.
Later.